Greetings, YouTube. I make so many videos where I talk about what it's like to be a wallet breaker, aka Paragon. And thankfully, there are a lot more wallet breakers out there because they broke their wallets on July 4th weekend. Throne Breaker, Paragon, those kind of progression levels, the two highest progression levels. And so it's easy for me to forget that beginners and like proven players and even contenders, conquerors, uncollected players, there's still quite a few of them out there, and thankfully, they still very much watch my channel. And so I've heard from you all because we talked about in the patch notes, the 36.0 patch notes that Kingmaker 00 refers to in this forum post, a huge deal on paper. A huge deal that was going to change the game for people who were trying to become uncollected especially. And Kabam, make no mistake about it, they want people to be uncollected as fast as humanly possible. Why? Because everything has shifted. So being uncollected, while certainly not being a tremendously huge accomplishment the last couple of years, it still is a accomplishment. But then they moved everybody who was uncollected down to the same level as level 5 for so many things. And that angered a lot of people. And I understand why. So, Kabam knows you can't take 4 stars past Act 5. And so, the thinking is, as we continue to cross our fingers about what it could mean for the conversation regarding 7 stars, that 1 to 4 stars are really not even yesterday's news. They're like 3 or 4 years ago minimum news. So there was supposed to be a store where you could upgrade these 1 to 4 star champs, and you'll see at this post. I remember in the 36.0 patch notes, Kabam mentioned that they will release a store or way to upgrade 1 to 4 star champs with units. Where is that at? Is this just like the same thing with mastery loadouts, where Kabam promises one thing, then never gets around to actually releasing the feature? Now that is a shot fired. Make no mistake about it, but we have been waiting for a chance to, for X amount of units, change up our mastery setup for years now. And Kabam, just like with the wish crystals, although I guess technically you could say that they did give us a wish crystal for a pretty dang high amount of units and cash during July 4th weekend sales, because of course the 2020 and 2021 crystals gave every champion released during those years, and you get to choose one. So technically that is a wish crystal. There's no RNG to it. There's just a limit of 1. But we still haven't seen those even called wish crystals. They're called yearly selectors, like 2020 selector or 2021 selector. So Kingmaker posted this, and Kabam Jax did respond on the same day to his credit. Copying this over from a previous post, it appears that there were concerns around introducing this feature right as the update went live. Concerns introducing this feature. That is unacceptable. I mean, it's taking up 1 to 4 star champs. It literally can't break the game because 4 star champions, even at max sig and max rank, aren't allowed to be in Act 6 and beyond. And the health pools and attack pools are so small. Kabam Jax, this is the first time that, I feel like you can't just post 2 lines. You're a great dude, you seem to be, at least. I mean, I've never met you, I just read your post. But this is almost like a little Kabam Mike feeling, where you're giving almost no details and keeping it very vague. It is in the current build. The development team just wants to iron out the kinks before flipping the big switch. What were the kinks? I mean, what's the problem with saying what they are and being more transparent? I'll update as I have more information. So it looks like either you're keeping information from us or they didn't give you much information to go off of. But this isn't like dropping some crazy incentive that's going to break the 5 and 6 star champion order out, This is simply helping, you would think, beginners to intermediate players at most rank up their at most 4 star champions. And when you talk about there were concerns around introducing this feature right away, this should have been in the in-game inbox message to all players immediately when the patch dropped. Instead, this is where it gets shady, right? Somebody like Kingmaker 00 has to ask about this because it's like Kabam ghosted us with the promise. I'm actually okay, in theory, with a delay if there is something really wrong, as long as they are not only detailed about it, but also that they don't hide it from us until we go searching for it. And don't just say, oh, it's on the forums. Most people I talk to on a daily basis, and I get that there are a lot of people that I don't talk to, but the people I do, they don't live on the forums. Like, they don't have time to scour the forums for an answer. They've got families, they've got jobs, they've got other hobbies outside of this Marvel Casino of Champions. And they can see updates in their in-game inbox if Kabam were to put them there. So, Kabam, this is completely unacceptable. That's going to be the title of this video. And I stand by it. Not only do you need to be more transparent about what the kinks were, but you also need to post this in the in-game inbox right away so that players aren't waiting for something that never, ever happens. At least not this month.